if you're out and about in public places and stuff, so if you're out and about in public places and you come across people you don't know, being kind to them is probably a good idea. Starting problems with people you don't know for no reason whatsoever, it's just like, it's uncalled for. If you live in a city, you chose to live there probably. You know, if you didn't, I'm sorry, but there's things that go along with living in a city. You need to practice patience. You know, traffic, lots of people, things are busy. I don't know. Some people lose their patience and stuff like that, and they think that the world owes them something, and they don't. Nobody owes you anything, and you need to be kind to people because it's just a better way to be. Go around angry and pissed off and start fights and shit. It's not. I mean, what are you proving? You're a, a piece of work. That's what you're proving. If you go around and start fights with people and start issues with people you don't know, and I feel bad for the people in your life that do know you, because it just says a lot about who you are as a person. I had some guy today uh, just fly off the handle in traffic. I was at a red light. I was pulled up a little bit further than I probably should have been because there's a cross lane, but there was a little bit of room, and there's probably more room behind me. And the guy, I could have moved back a little bit instead of the guy waiting a second because I was sitting at a red light. I could have moved back a little bit. He sped by me and almost hit the car. I honked at him. He's like, "What the heck, dude?" You be patient, practice patience. He got out, parked his car, got out, had a pouch on him, probably a gun or whatever, scared the shit out of me. And started pointing and screaming and yelling. I recorded him on video. It's like, what the hell, dude? It's not that serious. People that live in the city, most people that live in the city have a job or whatever. They don't drive for work. Probably stick to one side of the town for the most part. Don't go out and do too much. And just mind their own business in that one part of the area or whatever, right? But people that drive for work are all over the city. And I don't know. Just be aware of your surroundings, but be patient with people. I think it's important to be patient if you live in a city. And I don't know. Sometimes people just lose their patience, lose their cool. I mean, I get it. Everybody has a bad day, but shit, you going around starting, disorderly conduct and shit like that with random people you don't know. Carrying weapons. That's not cool. I didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I don't know if the guy had a weapon or not, but Jesus. He had a pouch with him, unless it was his makeup. The dude's makeup or something like that, but I doubt it. That would be funny if he pulled out makeup and something. Because that's what he just seemed like a piece of work, man. People in the city, it's just practice patience. Be kind to people. You know what I mean? There's no need to start problems with people you don't know for no reason. People that start problems with people randomly in cities and stuff like that usually end up behind bars because they just get getting into fights and shit, and then they get arrested for whatever they do, whatever crime they commit, or whoever they assaulted and shit. But there's no need for all that. Life is too good. We have it easy in this country. We really do. Life is good here. We don't need to cause problems with your, people you don't know. Everybody has their own problems and shit. Be kind, Be kind to other people. There's no need. I could go on about this forever because, it irritates me. I work in the service industry. I'm kind to strangers all day long. I respect other people, regardless of where they come from and what they do. I may not like everybody that I meet, but I don't you know, I don't like disrespect people and randomly. It's just not a good idea. So hello. Redacted your message. Just said hello. I don't know. Hi. You redacted your message, but that's all right. I just, why do people in the city or anywhere, like if you live in a small town, people probably can find out where you live and shit. I don't know. When you live in a small town, you probably know the people, you know, where they work or you know what they do and stuff like that. When you live in the city, it's just random people you'll probably never see again. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't mean it's okay to just, go out and be a piece of work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know, maybe somebody, some of these people in the city that are like pieces of work, are dealing with something in their life, their personal life, a little bit more than we know about. See a surface level. It doesn't mean it's okay to be an asshole. You go out and people go out and start problems with other people because they got stuff going on in their personal life, and that's the only way they can resolve it is if they pick a fight with other people and shit. No need for that. I don't know. Respect is earned where respect is given. It's just like you should respect people. Not just going around causing problems and shit. You know, that's like people that go on YouTube and leave comments on live videos and shit that are like ignorant. I get that because they're behind the keyboard. You're brave. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You make assumptions. People judge people. I get that. I mean, people are humans. Judge people for looks and stuff like that based upon the feeling we get and shit like that. But it doesn't mean you should be disrespecting people and being an asshole. Like you should be kind. Be kind to people. Shit. I'm getting my horse about this, but I don't ride along with this. But Jesus, what's up, Trey? How's it going? So like the thing is, it's just be kind to people. Choose kindness. Don't be sarcastic with people. Be respectful. If you just meet somebody, just give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're having a bad day or whatever. You don't have to give other people even more problems. Everybody's got problems and shit. Everybody's got their own problems in life and shit like that. But we live in the United. For the people that live in the United States, we've got it easy. We got it easy for the most part. We got drinking water, we got electricity, we got food. Like, we got a place to live. There's other places in the world where that comes as a luxury in a way. It's like, I don't know. This country's got problems of its own and stuff like that, but I don't know. Just be kind to people. Choose kindness. This is like, man. Some guy came up to me and like got out of his car and like threatened me. And like I didn't provoke it. He almost hit my car, so I honked at him. He didn't like that. Gave me the middle finger. Let that be the end of it. But don't park your car and come up to me while I'm in traffic at a red light and assault me and shit. That's not cool. Like, that's not cool. Threaten me or whatever. That's not cool. No need for that. Just choose kindness. Anyway, I hope that whoever's out there on YouTube land is having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. It was cold out this morning. It was overcast and cold out, and now it's a little warm, and the sun is shining, so you can't complain about that. You can never complain about nice weather. You know what I mean? When it's nice out, it's nice. That's why driving is nice, because you get to be out and you get to be out in the nice weather and stuff like that. And if you're working in an office, you're stuck inside. You can look outside and look at the nice weather, but I don't know. That's what it is. So, so you know, just choose kindness. Be kind to people. If you don't like somebody or something, you don't have to start a fight with them. Just turn the other cheek, like walk away. Unless somebody actually, like, if you have to defend yourself, that's one thing. But like, Jesus, you don't go around provoking strangers and shit for no reason. It's uncalled for. You know what I mean? We have enough crazy shit going on in this world right now. Just being kind to other people is just like, it's just, it should be going without saying. Now, thanks for saying that's great advice, because it's just like, it's I don't know. I mean, it goes without saying. Why do people have to be, you know, pieces of work? Something you read about in the news. I don't know. I have a friend that's on a bus trip right now, on a Greyhound, and he's going through it right now. Like, the bus had to stop. The police department had to go on the bus, pull some dude off. He got it all on video. The guy was cussing up, saying all kinds of, saying all kinds of stuff, and it's just like, man, like a video. It's not funny if you're there, but just the irony of like how stupid you have to be to take a bus trip, to lose your cool to the point where like the police department takes you to jail for disorderly conduct. I mean, come on, man. People that are on the Greyhound probably are not, they would be flying if they could. And Greyhound is like the last leg of like a lot of people that are stuck on the Greyhound didn't really choose to be there. It's just like they had to take the Greyhound for whatever reason. And like some of the people that are on Greyhound, it's a piece of work. My buddy is like, recording people that are, the police department's on there pulling people off. The guy's screaming and yelling, threatening people. It's just like, there's no need for all that, man. And you see this guy that's on this video is like, he's going to go to jail, right? Because for what he did, it's not worth it. I mean, what do you prove? What do you prove in the moment? Like, nothing. That he's that now he's got more problems in his life than he knows what to deal with. It's like, it's not worth it. Like, people who get angry, like, take a deep breath, relax, put some music in your headphones or something, like, scroll Facebook, complain about it online. I don't know, do something, but no need to get so angry to the point, like, if you're in person, like, that you're going to get, arrested on a Greyhound because you got verbal with the bus driver. Like, that's not cool. No need for that. I don't know. My buddy is on the Greyhound. I feel for him, He's going back to another part of the country, and it's like a 3-day, 4-day trip. I couldn't imagine me. I mean, he keeps us cool, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. I could go on about it, but no real need. It's just like, it's a nice day. The weather's nice. I mean, it's a nice town, easy going. I mean, no need for, I don't know. I drive a lot, and most of the time, like 99.98% of the time, every day is relaxing. It's easy going. People are kind in traffic for the most part in the city. I don't know. But, those out-of-state drivers, sometimes they get a little hostile because they're from a big city. They come here and they think that they're, in their own state or whatever. California drivers get a little crazy. I mean, not to say all California drivers are a little hostile, but some of them are. I don't know. This town is not California, and it's a small town. It's not LA. Jesus. And I've been down to Hollywood and LA enough times, and and just or generally around that area, that I've seen how people drive and stuff like that. It is kind of crazy how people drive down there. You know, I mean, stuck in traffic 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day or whatever, it's going to wear on you, but it's a different environment. You know, but come to this town or whatever, you go come to a small town when you live in like LA or whatever, and you drive like, you know, with anger. I don't know. If there's a driver stopped on a road waiting for a passenger, right? And you get up behind them and start laying on your horn, but you could go around because there's no traffic, just go around. You know, there's no need to, you know, to, you know, there's no need to cause a scene or whatever. If you could, I don't know, sometimes people, this just amazes me. You know, dealing with the public, it's just like sometimes it takes all types, man, to make the world go around. So it's just like, I don't know, special people out there. You know. Anyway, I'm enough complaining about all this shit. No need for that. But you know, it's a good day, good, nice weather, good music. Can't go wrong with that. You know, need to eat lunch. Yeah, it would be nice to have some lunch, but other than that, it's all right. Maybe I would go to the studio and work on music, but you know, that situation is messed up right now. You know, I pay rent in the studio, but there's always somebody there. Never leaves the studio. I don't know. It drives me crazy. It's like, you know. Anyway, but that's just another topic for another time. You know, coming on to YouTube, you know, going live and shit, like, there's no viewers. Like, you know, it's just like, well, why do I go live? Well, you know, every once in a while there's viewers. Every once in a while I can have a conversation. People jump in and stuff like that. But, I mean, I guess it's better than scrolling social media and whatnot, you know, versus like creating content versus like consuming content. I don't know. Can't be too bad. It's not really. I just came on here to say choose kindness. Be kind to people. You know, be kind to people. Because you never really know what somebody else is going through and shit like that. Like, there's no need to give other people more problems and stuff like that. I don't know. People that fly off the handle and stuff. People that get angry and fly off the handle drive me crazy. It's just like control your control your emotions. Be an adult. You know. You know, that's important.